All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It's Jay Seeking. I'm back with another video. All right. So this is going to be, I don't know, just real quick. I want to do this. I don't normally do this, but this is something like a piggyback off of a reading that I was watching. It was 3 cards that came out, and they just really took me back to a video I was doing. Y'all remember, like, because I know that, like, stuff could be going on in my world that's explaining something that happened in the past time or something like this or whatever. But I remember last year I was doing a video live, and I think I was joking around because I was in the sunroom or whatever. That's when I was, like, doing most of my videos in the sunroom, like 2 years ago or something. But I think, I don't even know how this will be. But remember when I was saying, I don't know, I said, I was doing a video live and I said something about, I was like, what's my neighbor doing? I don't know why I'm seeing a baby body back there or something, like a vision of a baby body. So I don't know, like something could be right under somebody's nose, or I'm hearing also on both sides. Goose, she like to try to bolt out, unlock the door and sneak out. Leave it alone. Where's your toy?
Where's the toys?
Where's your toys?
Where's your toys?
Where's your toys? Why you saying it like that? Okay. And when we had the child wounded and everything here, it's almost like somebody's covering up wounding of children or something. So I just want to go through this again, okay? I want to go through this and see what I could pull on it. Because it's almost like I was having visions where there could have been something immaculate that happened between me and a certain masculine to do something to rebuild a bloodline or something like this. It would have been partially traditional, but it's just the way I'm thinking here. That something could have happened here. Somebody is trying to force you to have a child with who God said no instead of who God hooked you up with. Like it's something like that. Somebody trying to go against God. So maybe there'll be something here that it'll be a renewal of something. Some people was trying to say it's against God, but it's actually just against whatever they do. All right, we got feathers in reverse. So she had pulled the world card and the sun. Okay. And I was thinking, because sometimes I look at my masculine as the world card, the apple of my eye, right? At some point in time, I think this was like, this also is that jealousy that I picked up on when I was younger, when me and my masculine had to kind of, I don't know, it was like an outside force against us being together. There was a whole bunch of girls trying to go out with him and trying to fight me about him. And there was a whole bunch of dudes that was like clowning on him or clowning on a relationship. So it just brought me back to that same thing. Like if we in a different location, different everything, but it's still whatever this was that was supposed to be coming back together. Like I told you, I feel like there's a couple also, the son could have been strung up, or they could have had the son up in the tree or strung him from a tree or something. Maybe, and they thought that this was their savior, but there's something about me and this person being Christ energies, or I don't know, like saviors or Messiah. I don't know. It's something weird like this, okay? But when she pulled that, and then she pulled a neighbor and a body found dismembered, and then it just struck me because I'm like, damn. You know, like 2 weeks ago, I think was the first time that my neighbor had the people come do her grass again. Now, I can't remember if these are the same people from last year that we used to have come around here do the grass or whatever. But I was looking at that corner again because it flooded over there. It flooded in her corner. Right now, I told y'all this lady named Mary and this man named Joseph. Now, they don't go together. Mary got her own husband over here. And Joseph was the man that lived in the house right next door to me here on the right side, on the east side. And Mary is on the west side. Now, Mary, when we first moved here, she took a good liking to Derek, my Derek, okay? They kind of, she'd be like, oh, they'd be out there talking or something like this. But the dude, Joseph, next door, took a liking, I think, to me. I think he liked, he was an older man. I think he liked girls with big boobs. I'm just be honest, okay? But he did have a kindness or something like this. But I'm also thinking it's a tag team something. It's like something about something with these children in this house or something. Because she was real close, I think, with the people that lived here before. And I think I got the presence when I got here before I even started pulling cards, before I even started doing anything. No, I was already in tune because I was already doing the Bible and stuff, okay? But when we came here, Um, she was telling us how well I picked up the energy that the people that lived here might have been swingers, okay? And the guy that came and introduced himself from down the street, I think that was they couple that I was just getting these visions when I moved here. And that's what I'm saying. Wherever I move, I start get visions. And I think this is when these witches get together and do a witch hunt on me. And they secretly do these secret society trials or something like this, and they cause some type of ending or something. It's something like this, okay? Because of my gift, or because somebody could be seen as this holy one, but there's no helpers here. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So reason why I bring them up is because they claim that these three houses, or a couple of these houses, there was cornfields back here before, right? Um, and I found out in this area that the Black Hawk Wars happened, in this area. Okay. So the other day when I had, like 3 days ago, when I had all those Black Hawks show up and start swarming around the house, it was tripping me out. Okay. But right, and I found that unmarked effigy mound not too far from my house. It's right. I could go to it within 5 or 10 minutes. Right. So when I started reading that book, it just opened up a whole new portal for me. Right. So I keep on hearing somebody, like, feeling somebody on the side of the house. But when she pulled the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords, when she pulled the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Swords after body dismemberment and da da da, she had pulled the Queen of Cups already. And then she pulled it again. And I can't remember what she pulled it with. But I said, this might be, I've been looking at these neighbors over here. And now I'm looking at this neighbor over here. Like, because that man left. They said that he was incompetent or something, or he was going through whatever. And so I think he might have moved to one of his son's house that's in the same neighborhood. He moved with them, and then he sold that house. And this is where these so-called black people that live next door moved in. So that made us, like, it's not that many of us over here. But it's the same thing happened when we moved to that house in Kenosha. Wasn't no black people over there. When I was looking for the house, it was a house on the corner with an Asian lady. And she was like, when we knocked on the door, she was selling it by owner. And when we came to see it, she had a little daycare or whatever. And when we came to see it, she was like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, you guys are looking for a house over here. There's not really many niggers over here or whatever. And we just was shocked by hearing this or whatever. But we moved in the house. We bought it. We moved in and everything like this. And then a couple years later, the neighbors across the street bought the house across the street by its owner or whatever. And they overpaid for it, but they bought the house across the street. And then, they bought the house across the street, and then it was now more black people in the neighborhood. So the same thing over here. It wasn't that many over here. And then now, these people end up, but they took a year or and a half or something before they even moved in. All right. But I feel like I'm hearing this is one of these phoenix energies here. This is a jealous outsider or something. They might be the same breed as one of these masculines or something like this. They could be a vampire. They could be something like this, or forever younger, or whatever it is you want to call it. But it says, how's that for a happily ever after? So this was like, okay, so this was my turn to be picked, or my turn to be like the Bella of the story. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even this was again, like maybe the first time I was not privy of it at all, because they took my gifts, these witches in this neighborhood. But this time I was awakened enough to be privy of something, pieces of this going on around me. All right. So this could have been a situation that made I said a situation. So a situation that made theyself a third party from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Some of these are slave catchers of 2020s, the 2020s. These are slave catchers. They find out all about you. They have a file, everything on you. And then they get you. This could be somebody that's very, sexy or very smart or intelligent, or introduce you to something new and then put it on you or something like this, and then go send you through a whirlwind. So I promise you, I feel like somebody did spell work, or this masculine slept with this woman around Christmas time. One of these witches, one of these energies around Christmas time behind my back, because it was a lot of shit going on with the family. It was a lot of shit going on with me. I was in my little ascendance ball, like on these one cards where the girl is sitting inside that ball, and she's just in her temperance energy, and somebody's sticking wands in there trying to get in through but she's trying to protect herself and put up a boundary. So that's what energy I was in, and the family noticed that I wasn't beck and call for them anymore. They knew that I was on a separate path or something at that, even though we was all living in a house. But then I also could turn around and look at them and see that something had engulfed them to target me or to target me. I'm about to say traffic, to target me or mentally abuse me going through that type of awakening, right? So the fact nobody wanted to hear how I seen it. They knew what was going on. They seen some of the dirt that somebody was doing or whatever like this. But it's something. It was like a witch hunt on somebody or something like this. Okay. So I'm just wondering, like, am I the keeper of two worlds? Because I feel like this girl did this video, but it reminded me so much of the bit. Like I got the live video. I got the live video of her putting that chair right there. I got the live video of when I did the video about that book, and that very area was in the book. Okay, with these two trees in the background. I got on the live, her out there digging with the shovel and me saying, what the fuck is going on? It looked like she was putting something in the ground. So I don't know if this is what happened here, right? I don't know if these people use some type of technology to remove a child from someone, because it was almost like I was feeling like Little Wolf or something, right? But instead of the grandmother protecting the little girl or whatever, Hope or whatever, instead of the grandma, her taking it back to the grandma of the wolves and the grandma protecting and hiding the child, whatever situation happened here, it's almost like, grandmother, what big teeth you have, because that's not somebody is keep trying to add people to a bloodline or something too that don't belong. They're not even the same breed. They're not even the same creed. They're nothing the same or something. They're just trying to fill these spots up with people. Okay. Um, and I was saying, so when we was doing the video, I was talking while I was watching her, and I was like, what is she doing or something? And I was just joking around a little bit, but until I seen that little glimpse of like a baby or something like this. So like I said, if this masculine, something happened and he left in 2021, they could have separated the child, or this could be past energies as well, y'all. Past war times or something, but something happened here in this area right here. Okay. And somebody buried a child over here in this area. But if you do the research, because I had to read that book, The Spring, and then I had to do a little research on this town, and I found out that some of the Black Hawk wars and stuff like could have happened in these areas, all the way up into Milwaukee. And I found out that they were making like walls or whatever out of the dead bodies. They was piling the dead bodies and making walls. So there is some kind of grave something history in this in this place or whatever. Okay. There's scenes from that book that when I read that book, it opened up and I could see where this stuff used to be right here, because the prophecy was going to happen right here. Okay. So it's something like this. And I remember also, because I was feeling weird when we went on that trip, because Taurus was like, no, we're not going to Mount Rushmore or whatever. I don't want to do all this or whatever. And then the day before, when I was like, well, we could just pack up and then he finally said, okay, let's just go. And he don't never do nothing last minute like that. But I know he told the lady next door to go ahead and watch our mailbox or something like this. And I'm like, why would you do that? This mail could just stay in there. I don't really trust her with the mail or whatever. Right? And something was telling me on the way back into that trip that something came in the mail. The only reason why it was to keep me away for a second or something, but something came in that mail. But we got number 9 here. That's my birthday. So this could also be having something to do with a rising phoenix, or maybe this person got away with this for a couple years or something, but it's not time up. God's time is different than these people's time. And that's what I said. I heard God saying they wanted to redo it, didn't they? They wanted to redo the story. They wanted to let mommy watch it, or somebody try to doodle my story or your words. That's what they wanted, right? Okay. Well, all of the things and deaths and stuff is going to go on these people's head this time. They're trying to redo it to thin out the rest of the holy ones. But now, since somebody has awakened in some prophecy or something to say, wait, you're killing the wrong people, or you're doing something, or this could be people that already turned 99% of the country or 80% of the country with the vaccine into some kind of vampire breed or something. But there's only a couple of us left, and we on the run or something, or we being targeted that did not get this or did not get altered. No, Goose. Hold on, let me see what she doing. No, I said don't mess with that door. Okay, give me that phone. Let me see the phone. No! So, No, I was just thinking about this. I'm like, so do these people really, if they get caught doing something like this, if these vampires or something, do they go to jail? Is the Volturi or whatever? Why they keep on trying to pick on like Edward and Bella or something? Was they supposed to be like punishing their own kind or something? I don't know. It's something like this. Okay. Somebody don't want you to be able to weave together whatever this is for you. All right, you didn't need anybody to fix you or something. So somebody could have came in your energy recently like, oh yeah, she's better now because I was there. But somebody's a liar. They're just following your timeline. They know when you're going to get like upgrades from God or something. And so these people are trying to siphon from these upgrades as you get them so that they don't hit you full throttle. Right? Yeah, somebody, we got the puppeteer master here. All right, so I don't know. Let's look at this because I feel like we got, you don't need those wings to fly. Somebody could have tried to take your wings, or they gave my wings to scissor this time. But somebody could have tried to do this or whatever, and somebody's saying you don't need them to fly. And then now somebody is the puppet master. Somebody is looking like the puppet master of somebody else right now. And I wanted to see about this because I was feeling like, is this spell coming towards me? Goose? I was like, is this spell coming towards me or somebody else? Oh, shoot. I don't want y'all to see my whole problem coming out. I forgot what I have on. All right, so let's see. Like I said, what happens in the dual reality or something like this? Or could this be a crime that happened years ago when Namse was in this area or staying in a house with these people, and these people was trying to make her like she was a mental patient? How did you get in here? When Namke was going through what ever she was going through, I didn't know she was in there. I ain't even gonna be able to finish this video. Hold on.
Why would you use my lotion?
No, but I'm gonna move it.
Mama!
I used a little for my hand because I didn't want to go upstairs.
Mom.
But I didn't want to go upstairs.
Oh my God!
What? Just like you used mine before.
What?
A pump of lotion.
You don't need to use anything.
We ain't even gonna be able to finish this video. It's
I'm about
all
to
over the
give
place.
you-
Hold on one second.
Everything upstairs needs to be locked up, and I'm too dirty to make one upstairs. You just make sure all the doors are locked up.
So
You do it.
it's like these people think they untouchable or they can't get called out, or I don't know what this is. Yeah, they like bratty or something. It's like a bratty race. Hold on one second. Don't touch. Okay, don't. You're gonna drop my phone and we're gonna have a problem.